Go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Captain Fizz Mask Guy Show. Today we're doing the show from my car. So this should be a fun trip. Come along for the ride. Hit the music.
And welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy Show. I am Captain Fizz.
And greetings on the way to the 7th Moon of Thunder. I am that mask guy. How y'all doing?
And for the first time ever, we are doing the mother of all experiments. We are doing the first ever Captain Fizz and Mask Guy Show on the road.
On the road again.
Yeah, on the road again.
I can't believe I'm on the road again.
This is pretty much where we do our best material, where we come up with our best material, and unfortunately, usually we don't, don't tape it or we don't record it. But tonight, you get to hear us at our best, which is loud, obnoxious, and entertaining, which is better than most days.
Yeah, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, we're making this shit up as we go along.
Oh, and more so tonight than ever. Like, when we're on the road and we're driving, I apologize if you can hear the cars, but that's how we roll, literally.
Literally, yeah.
For once. This is pretty much all on the fly. Completely, it is winter, finally.
Yeah, the last time we were on the air,
we didn't have snow.
That we didn't have any snow.
Well,
actually, it had just snowed. And it literally melted a couple days later, and then like a week later, we got hit with a mini blizzard, which brought I don't know, about 4 feet of snow. I don't know.
It was enough that my kneecaps were freezing and my balls were dragging on the snow. Okay, not quite the knees part. So yeah, we got a lot of snow, which meant a lot of digging out, which basically meant I kind of regretted asking for snow in the first place.
Yeah,
but,
shame on you, man.
It is what it is, and it's beautiful. So the reason we're on the road, though, is I think it's an awesome reason. I went to go pick up some brand new Star Wars comic books, which makes me...
You geek!
Yes, it made me geek. Me geek. I'm a geek.
You be geek, me be geek.
And the show was running a little late because we kind of forgot where we were and how to get to where we're going, and then we kind of started looking at comic books.
Honestly, man, it's a bunch of Dark Horse Star Wars comics. I'm actually salivating over these things.
I'm kind of really glad they have plastic covering, because then we can drool and it doesn't affect the comic books.
Exactly.
And then I'm not tempted to read them, which I still am. The artwork is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, that's pretty much why we're on the road today, which can be good or can be bad. It is the experimental experiment, or our other name for tonight was going to be the Road to Hell, because we were out in Transcona, which anyone in the Winnipeg area knows. Transcona is an area that you either live in it or you don't. It's like a city within a city.
It is. It's probably the one area of Winnipeg that gets teased more than almost anywhere else, including Tuxedo.
I completely agree, but the good thing about the snow and being in Transcona is at least the hookers are buried. I
was really hoping you weren't going to use that joke online.
It's either that or the hookers finally have a stepping stool to stand on.
Okay. Transcona hookers.
Transcona hookers. It's pretty much the only joke I know about Transcona.
So this is kind of a big week here. Of course, Star Wars Rogue One comes out at the end of the week,
which I will be going to.
I'm probably gonna go early next week since I actually booked next week off as vacation. I probably will take my son off to a matinee show so that he can go off and watch it. He actually got a chance to watch Star Wars: The Force Awakens for the first time on Sunday, and he absolutely loved it. So
what's not to love?
Oh, just he just absolutely. I mean, I have a feeling that he was just going to be beside himself with all the starship fighting and everything in the movie. So
I know for a fact that I will actually be going to the movie. I might be at the premiere. I haven't fully decided yet. It depends on how old I feel that day.
You mean how much you're going to be drinking that day?
No, because I think it comes out on Thursday night or so, and I work during the day and I work the next day, so I may be too tired, but it's Star Wars and I can suck it up for one day.
Yes, you can.
Either way, I do plan to go back on the weekend to watch it, so,
Well, I can't wait to go off and to see this movie. I've actually, heard really positive reviews, and just some, celebrities have been coming up with, some interesting, assessments on the movie. Will Wheaton. Wheaton, best known to play Wesley Crusher on Star Trek Next Generation and for his guest appearances on Big Bang Theory. He has went up and he has said that, in his opinion, this was the best Star Wars movie since he went off and saw A New Hope, which is actually very reassuring. But mind you, I always I think in most people's opinion, Empire Strikes Back is probably the best, movie. Although I do tend to like A New Hope a little bit better myself.
Yeah, and I actually posted what he had said on my my Facebook as well, as I put, at least there's something we can't hate Whedon for.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, a Star Trek actor's opinion on the Star Wars movie maybe not be the best thing, but
it is what it is. And holy crap, I knew where I was going with this, but once again, we're in a car and pretty much everything's blind, and yeah, that's pretty much how we roll. But the hardest thing about this Star Wars movie isn't watching it or waiting till the next one, is how do you explain where it sits in the timeline to kids who are watching nowadays?
This is true, because, it's sort of... it takes place a couple weeks before New Hope, so it technically is a sequel to Return of the Jedi, but because it's not part of the Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, it's technically a standalone movie. So I was at Doctor Strange, which I will talk about again a little bit more in a little bit, and they have these things beforehand of quizzes and all that, and it asked you to list in order the Star Wars movies, and of the movies they put, the New Hope, or no, not New Hope, Force Awakens.
Holy smokes, Rogue One was actually the second in the list, and yet in my brain, because it's hard to kind of put it as in that same group, I put it as number one because it's a brand new movie. But
you were wrong, sir.
I was wrong. So it's kind of one of those very confusing things of how do you explain it. It is a new movie, it's a standalone, but at the same point it follows the same storyline as the originals and the same timeline. So it's confusing, and it sucks that we don't exactly know how to explain this.
I don't know. I just, these are standalone movies. They're so I don't know if we could really neatly go off and wrap them up in their own with all the other movies. I'm kind of bummed out because we're not going to get to see the scroll at the beginning of the movie.
Yes,
it's going to be a more traditional beginning to this movie, as opposed to the Skywalker saga, if you will.
Which has its benefits. Like, yes, okay, we won't see the scroll, which sucks. Hopefully we do still hear the music, because if we don't, I will riot. And we see Darth Vader again, which hasn't been seen in a very long time. So, that being said, I'm kind of excited for it.
I think the last time Darth Vader appeared in a Star Wars movie was 2007 when Revenge of the Sith came out. I feel like I am wrong on this. I think I might have the year wrong, but yeah, I'm probably wrong.
We're winging this, so if we're wrong, we're wrong. If we're right, we're right.
You know what?
Who's to judge?
Exactly. But I mean, it definitely has been a while, and this might be one of the last times we get to really see the character. It's kind of speaking of you know Star Wars and everything. I mean, there's of course recently it had been announced that they've kind of put off the Boba Fett movie, which was supposed to come out, I believe, in 2019. It is still in the planning process, but it is like so far in the future that they really don't know what to do or when they're planning to do it. And there's no talk about doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, but from what I understand, part of the reason why they're not talking about an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie is because they're not done with having that character within the Skywalker saga, as I'm now referring to it as. So it's quite possible that, I guess, maybe we could see, Ewan McGregor return as Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force Ghost to talk with Luke in Episode 8. I don't know.
And that would definitely be interesting if they do that, or at the same point, maybe not come back as a Force Ghost to talk to Luke, but come back to talk to Rey.
Yeah, and that, I went back and actually, again, since I saw A Force Awakens again on Sunday, it was interesting because not only does she hear Obi-Wan Kenobi's voice, she also hears Yoda's voice, which goes off and, it makes things even more confusing. Because, we hear, Obi-Wan Kenobi say, call her name out directly and then say, these are your first steps. But, we hear Yoda go off and make his big speech about, the Force surrounds us and penetrates us at the beginning of this Force vision that Rey has. So, I'm not sure I buy into her being, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She's Yoda's kid. That's my theory now, because Yoda spoke first.
I still think she might be the true chosen one. Although there is a theory, I may have posted it on our Facebook page, I'm not sure, of
and we're pulling blanks here, folks.
Pulling blanks. This is what happens when we drive. Snoke might actually be Anakin Skywalker's Force twin, because according to the Luke, Anakin Skywalker was supposedly created by the Force. It's now being speculated he might have been created by Darth Plagueis instead, or his creation was the Force retaliated against Darth Plagueis messing with midichlorians by creating Anakin. So, but there's speculation that maybe Snoke is the alternative, whereas Anakin Skywalker was meant to bring balance to the Force. Snoke was created to ensure that it remains that way by making sure that the Jedi never rise to power again, to keep the balance.
That is actually a very interesting theory. I kind of like it. I think what we'll do right now is we'll go for a little quick music break, and we'll kind of figure out where we are, when we are, and who we are right after this break. So enjoy some music, and we will be right back. And welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Maskai show. This is the mother of all experiments, and I've come to realize that our normal head bobbing to our music during the intermissions may look okay when we're at home and nobody can see us, but